And we are live on Underground Wicked Radio, interviewing Too Deep. Raz, man, I'll let you take the first question while I start sharing this.
Hey, 2D brother, can you tell
What's
us how
good,
you
big baby?
became? Can you tell us how you came upon that name?
Upon the name Too Deep, well, it started a long time ago when I originally left Buffalo, New York, pursuing different avenues. Had the blessings and the opportunity to move to Washington State. When I got to Washington State, I was living in a hotel until I was able to find a house, and there was a nightclub like right across the street, one of the biggest nightclubs in the tri-state area, and they called it Coco Locos. So I figure after a couple of days, I'm going to check out Coco Loco. So I went over there, and me being the outgoing man that I am, I went up and I met the DJ, Clarence Brown, who actually happens to be the owner of Sounds Good to Me Productions, one of the biggest production companies in the area at the time. So we chopped it up for a minute, and then people start coming, man, you look like a rapper. You look like a rapper. What's up? What's up? So after the club, we went and chopped it up. And of course, they gave me the name New York. New York. Everybody called me New York. Yeah, that's New York, New York. So about a week or two later, we got into the studio, and there was a bunch of Washington State cats up in the studio, and it's like, well, we ain't never heard you spit. So what's going on? And I just got in on a beat, man, and it's like, whoa, that's deep as hell, yo. We don't spit like that. And that's kind of how they came up with Too Deep. Shortly after that, some different instances kind of come around, you know what I mean, to kind of solidify that. So they gave me that name, and it just kind of stuck with me.
Hell yeah,
bro.
All right, homie, man. What do I want to start out with tonight? Do you have any doubts in your mind that your music will be big in the underground, or are you looking to try to become mainstream? Mainstream someday.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually, man, I'm on all kind of cylinders. I've been doing a lot of reading and a lot of learning and trying to understand the industry, and opening up new avenues. So mainstream is okay. So I do some mainstream music. I love underground because that's where I come from. But I've also just tapped into the gospel market. The Lord's doing a lot of good things for me and my family. So I'm actually finding myself with more opportunities being doing bigger shows, bigger venues through the gospel music. I just dropped my first gospel album on December the 15th. And I've already done 4 live shows, all paid shows out here in the Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina area. And it's going really well. So my mission statement but behind Bloody Rain Productions was, no kid is ever stuck. Whatever happens, you have an opportunity. You don't have to sell drugs. You don't have to be a pimp. You don't have to be a stripper. And my way of trying to reach the children, not knowing any better, was spitting the underground rap. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you about how I pistol whipped somebody, but in the end, there was a positive message of why you don't have to do that. And this one guy had heard one of my songs, and he's like, yo, man, I really enjoy what you're doing, but how do you get gospel out of that? I didn't get the relation. So I kind of started praying this stuff and asking the Lord what I needed to do, because if I wasn't touching that guy, I could be missing a lot more people. So I'm really leaning towards gospel. I really enjoy it. And it allows me to express myself in the same manner, but just using different avenues to say it.
See, man, now this is what I'm talking about, Raz. I like hearing this. We had Mars on from Dark Lotus. He used to be a horrorcore rapper that has gone Christian music. But the whole time we had him on, all he wanted to do was preach about God and the Bible. And I'm thinking, we're trying to get you on here to talk about music.
Yeah.
How you got into music, stuff like that, inspirations, and it was just about God the whole way, the whole interview. And I don't mind that, but I mean, we didn't even get to learn anything about his music whatsoever.
Wow. Okay.
It was crazy.
I hear that.
So here we go, man. How long did it take for you to get enough confidence to start sharing your music with people?
Well, right away, I started out as a drummer, coming out of Buffalo, New York. So we had a group, and we hadn't had a name or anything for ourselves yet, but it was me, my little brother, my cousin, a couple of my close friends. We would always run around and be beatboxing and making music and just freestyling and stuff. And we had got into a studio. This was in the late 90s. I'm talking about like 98, 99, something like that. And the guy was like, yo, man, I like y'all swag. Come do something. So he recorded it, and it was like, oh, man, this is the hottest song we ever made, because it was our first track recording. So I got my first house where I could actually set up a studio. I started building a studio. We had cassette tapes and all of that other good stuff.
Making
And
me feel old.
yeah, right. Right. So it had to be early 99. We're sitting in my living room one day, which was kind of like the chill room where everybody sat and smoked and shit and got ready to get going to the studio, into the booth. And we're rapping and we're beatboxing and kind of just doing a cipher. And when I looked out the window, there was these cats just standing out like at the front of my driveway. And you really don't do that in New York. It was like standing there listening. Just like, yo, what the fuck? So we strap up and run outside like, what the fuck's going on out here? And them dudes was like, yo, that shit is hot, yo. Whatever y'all doing, don't stop. So it was early 99. I realized that we had a talent, and it just was about honing the craft and figuring out how to do it.
Man, be glad you're not up here in New York. The heroin epidemic has gotten fucking out of hand, bro.
I already know, man. I pray about my family every day and hope they don't get caught up in that, man, because it seemed like in the 90s it was crack. I mean, here we are in the 2000s. It's heroin. It's even worse, bro. Don't stop.
Everybody seems to be doing it, man. It's crazy. I won't even bring a kid into this town that I'm in.
Wow. I knew it was getting bad when my black friends started doing ecstasy and shit. I'm like, what, dude? You popping pills? We don't do that shit. What the
I'd rather see you doing that than fucking heroin, man.
That's right.
Man. It's not that bad compared to that shit.
It used to be if one of your partners was smoking a bowl, he was already on the path to smoking crack, because why you not just putting it in the blunt? You know what I'm saying? Why you not smoking in the dungeon? Why you gotta have that glass bowl? And shit just turn around and it's crazy. it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's bad up.
By the way, what was the area code for Buffalo? 716, right?
716, baby. 716 all day. Woo woo.
That's my radio phone number, believe it or not. 716-293-8011 is the radio phone number.
How about that? 716, stand up.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. All right, Raz, what else you got, homie? I'm going to pull over some links here so we can play a song.
All right, amen.
Hey,
YouTube or SoundCloud, homie?
Who that?
YouTube or SoundCloud?
Shit, man, it don't matter wherever you want to go. YouTube is probably better. SoundCloud is older stuff.
Go ahead, Raz.
What's up, Big Raz? Everything's I'm Too Deep. IMTOODEEP. I'm Too Deep.
Good show. What inspiration would you have for upcoming artists that are just getting into music?
I would say be original, man. The game hadn't changed a whole lot. There's still a lot of producers and there's still a lot of agencies that are looking for good artists. But again, they want you to sound like everybody else. So it's easy to try to supplement your music or change just to see that you could get a check or try to get into the industry. There's so many avenues now for these young guys and for us older people to make all of our own money. Staying real is really a vital part of being successful and continuously being successful, because if you change at some point, you're going to want to go back. And at that point, your fans aren't going to know who you are.
Agree, man. So here, I'll take a question while I'm pulling this up.
Come on.
One I haven't asked in the last couple interviews, man. What do you do when you get writer's block? How do you try to overcome this?
Well, I've been lucky, knock on wood, to not many times have writer's block. But I do a couple different things when I find myself in a slump. I'm also a producer, so I'll start just making beats, trying to get some new inspiration. A lot of times I'll look at what the topic is that I'm talking about, and I'll try to engage myself into that type of situation. I say I haven't really gotten writer's block because everything I spit is real. It's a situation that I lived, that I believe in, that's a part of me. So it's not that easy to get writer's block because I'm always there, because I know the situation, I know the story, I know what I've been through. But when I do, and I need to go somewhere else with it, then I'll try to put myself into that position so that way I can see what it is and know how to get there.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, man. It's not coming up. You said I Am Too Deep for YouTube?
Yes, I am TOODEEP. One word. I am TOODEEP.
That's why.
I'm Too Deep. Yeah, and then they'd be like, "Do you mean in too deep?" And don't say no to that.
Might get some weird shit on that.
You can only imagine. That is a good icebreaker for when you meet women out at the club. It's like, "Oh, what your name is?" "Oh, it's too deep." Too deep. Okay.
And of course,
I
YouTube's
didn't want to know what too deep stands for, right?
being something else. It's not coming up. TOODEEP.
Yep.
I am too deep.
I'm too deep. I am TOODEEP.
Yeah, there's
I
nothing
am.
coming up. Just a bunch of other stuff.
Really?
We're gonna fire the press club. Oh.
Right?
I
Like,
am TOODEEP. One word.
yeah.
I'm too deep.
Huh. It's bringing up all kinds of freaking weird videos.
I'll try to
Wow.
get the link for you, bro.
Yeah, send
any
one to me,
social
Holman.
media.
Actually, give me a song name. That'll help.
Okay, you can go turn up.
Yeah.
Turn up. TURN. Turn up.
Keeps bringing up Trippy Red, whoever that is.
Let me see if I can I need to open up another window or something. I don't know how
I
to
am
do it.
Compton. I turn it up.
Not I am, it's just I'm.
Yeah. It's bringing up other stuff instead. All right, I'm gonna take another. It keeps bringing up
See,
freaking
that's
Trip
what it's
Red.
saying. Showing results for in too deep. Wonder why it's doing that. That's a little crazy.
It brings up Trippy Red all the time. FMB.
All right, too deep. What did you do to make your channel go ghost like this, bro? I've been on it thousands of times.
Right?
Yeah. You know what is if it's anything that I did, it has to be some of these new marketing programs that I'm using. Instagram has changed some of their posting guidelines and regulations. Twitter has just changed. They did another update on some of their stuff. So sites like Hootsuite and some of the other social media posting sites, I've had to make changes over the last couple of days. So I'm thinking that if it's something that I did, it's probably something in making a change in that way, why that page wouldn't come up. I don't understand why that's not coming up.
That's what I'm wondering too. I've been on it 1,000 times. I've seen it a billion times.
I've been on there too when you linked me.
How about just go to Taiwan Barber, TAIWAN, TAIWAN, Barber, BARBER.
Oh, hold up. TA. Oh, damn. I didn't even delete the whole title. TAIWAN.
Barber, BARBER.
It's bringing up Chinese guys.
Well, how about that?
Okay, here you are, man. Finally, we found you.
Finally, we got it. I have to look up my damn legal name. What the hell they doing to me?
Right.
They were bringing up a bunch of Chinese guys. Book too deep now.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, those are promos. A lot of those are promos. Got on my side and got his demand. Those are remixes that I've done towards my gospel music stuff. But if you go to Turn Up, that's one of the songs that I perform a lot. That's doing really well.
Big Ninja fam, give me a little bit. We're gonna play a song. We got people tuning in. I want to give them a taste of this music. Which one did you want me to play, homie?
Turn Up.
Whichever one YouTube will let us find. Oh,
yeah, no, they're all there now.
Yeah, it's like a picture of me. Looks like it got my mouth wide open or something.
I'll help.
Got a lot of songs on here. I'm not.
So what inspired this song?
You gotta go down a little more. You found it?
Raz was asking what inspired this song.
I was living in Louisiana and my wife was like, You know, a lot of the times you're just too serious with your music. Right there, see it is 1, 2, 3, 4 over. There it is. And I was like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, make a song about trees or something, because that's just what happened. I think we heard a song and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4 or some shit like that. Or Lil Wayne had dropped something and it was just crazy and it was really doing well and it didn't have any substance to it. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I had a little bit to drink, went in the studio, and my son was like, here, try this beat, Dad. Because my children all make music with me as well. My oldest son, Zeus, we call him Wavy Got Fire. He makes beats. My middle son, who's a Marine right now, he actually raps and sings along with us, and my youngest son raps as well. So he handed me that beat, and I was like, all right, man, I'll do something with it. A couple guys come over as I was kind of trying to find my swag, and the next thing you know, I was turned up. And that was it.
We'll be right back after this.
Amen.
Turn up.
Turn up.
Give us some feedback over on YouTube. Hope if I turn the speaker on.
Yeah, it does.
Man, I'm turning on my turn up. My city screaming, turn up. If you hating when I turn up, I'm gonna clap you with this burner. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. My city screaming, turn up. If you hating when I turn up, I'm gonna clap you with this burner. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. My city screaming, turn up. If you hating when I turn up, I'm gonna clap you with this burner. When I turn up, nigga, all you bitches getting wet. They feeling suicidal because they get on this dick. And when I turn up in your town, haters feeling sick. Quit your hating pussy, nigga. Get some turn up, bitch. Drink liquor out the cup by the leader, my Aquafina. And if I turn up too loud, I might pull out my Nina and clap a hater. Yeah, smack his ass, his pussy bleeding. I need a round of applause to keep these speakers banging. We about to turn up. I loaded up, you didn't blow up. We booked the show and then showed up. I'm turning up from the flow up. We about to party till we throw up. I said, fuck the deal, still blowed up. So fuck you pussy niggas. I'm about to turn up. My turn up. My city screaming, turn up. If you hating when I turn up, I'm gonna clap you with this burn up. And I'm turning on my turn up. My city screaming, turn up. If you hating when I turn up, I'm gonna clap you with this burn up. And I'm turning on my turn up. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. My city screaming, turn up. Yeah. Hating when I turn up, I'm gonna clap you with this burn up. My turn up be like, wow. My turn up be like, whoa. My turn up be like, kick his fucking ass and about to go. My turn up be like, have a couple shots, drink some more. My turn up be so loud, haters call a po-po. My turn up be so turned up, that leave you haters burnt up. Niggas seen the bloody murder, with a sign do not disturb us. Turned on my turn up and I turned up again on cloud nine way. I'm headed with this twin. Now that I'm turned up, I hit the waves like surf up. That booty fat like Bertha. Ain't nothing else out here worth up. Damn, I don't give a fuck as long as how they turned up. Let's take a shot and run them up and turn up. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. My city screaming, turn up. If you hating when I turn up, I'm gonna clap you with this burn up. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. My city screaming, turn up. If you hating when I turn up, I'm gonna clap you with this burn up. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. Man, I'm turning on my turn up. My city screaming, turn up. If you hating when I turn up, I'm gonna clap you with this burn up.
Fuck yeah, man. That beat was fucking fire too.
Wow, thank you. That's my son, man. Wavy Got Fire. Make sure you check him out. Wavy Got Fire, man. It's going down.
For sure.
I Raz only take a question. I'm gonna get Big Ninja up here.
All right. What's your thoughts on producers sending artists mixtape beats?
Wow, that's a deep question right there. I believe if the producer has the rights to send the artist that beat, then I don't have a problem with it. But I truly, truly believe that producers, you can't call yourself a producer if you're sending somebody else's beats, man. I found myself in that situation not too long ago where I was working with a producer. He was telling me that he had owned the rights to the beats in some different situations and scenarios. So I did quite a few projects with him and found myself investing quite a bit of money in, because I didn't consider them to be mixtape beats. We were actually working on collaborations and albums. And after mixing and mastering and copyrighting and registering, I found myself in a bad situation. So I'm really against that. I think if you ain't real, then say you ain't real and say you want to put together a mixtape, and you'll find a lot of artists that are still willing to do that. But don't get at artists that are trying to move forward and do some things and not be real about who you are.
Oh yeah, man.
For sure.
I actually lost. Why is my microphone low now? Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah,
I can, yes.
It sounded like it got really low. I can hear myself in my headset. I actually lost a YouTube channel to due to an artist having copyright beats.
Oh,
He's actually
wow.
from Syracuse, New York.
Wow.
The Russian rapper.
Oh, yeah. I heard of that guy.
Of course. I made the very first 4 music videos he had, I produced. I had him on my YouTube. He never told me he got his shit copyrighted. And some of the beats weren't his. They took my whole fucking YouTube channel for it.
Wow. That's
He
crazy.
ain't doing shit now, bro. He's in fucking prison.
No way.
Russian
Shit.
rapper
It seems like he was already on a bad road stealing beats. Stealing beats ain't too far away, man. That could be grand larceny depending on how you look at it, man.
Got
That's
into
real
the
shit.
drug scene, bro. Big time.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
going
that'll
for
do
a
it.
while.
Syracuse, man. I'm telling you. That whole upstate New York area, man. New Yorkers, I'll meet cats out here that's from Brooklyn and stuff like that. But oh yeah, where you from? Like, I'm from New York, from Buffalo. Oh yeah, that's really not New York.
Yo, I get that
Man,
shit all
you
the
don't know
time
what the fuck
down
you talking
south.
to right now. You don't know what the fuck's going on, son. You live in a borough, fool. I live in the city. What you talking about, man?
Right?
Shit,
Fucking beat their ass in the New York minute, as we say.
yeah, in the New York minute. They don't understand.
right.
It's real. That video, I like that video. Yeah, it's funny the way that came up like that, because I had been doing videos and paying other producers to help shoot videos, and they were charging me $300, $400, $500, $600 to do it. And I was like, you know what? For the projects that I have I could start shooting my own stuff if I just go get a camera. So I spent $2,500 on this Panasonic Pro video camera, one of the big shoulder mount joints, you know what I mean, with all the bells and whistles. I got the lights and the microphones and all of that. That happened, that situation with my wife. So I went into the studio, I recorded it. You can hear all the people in the background. Yeah, turn up. Oh, that's just live, because I just like, come in there and act fool, fucking turn up. So they're all in there acting the fool. They left, and I look a little drunk because I'm tore up from the floor up. I set up the tripod. I mean, I had bought a green screen situation, and I mean everything. I went balls to the wall, probably about $5,000 worth of equipment, set it up in the garage, and that was the first video that I shot and edited on my own with my own stuff.
I always look, because I produce music videos myself. I watched the mouth with the lyrics, and you nailed it. You edited that
thank
shit
you,
pretty
thank
good.
you.
I didn't see one word
words
off.
be off. Yeah, that's how you got to say. Yeah, we'll see how good this video looks. Where the words
I was
at?
thinking. All right, let me take a question. We're gonna play another song. We got some new people up in chat. Give us some feedback on that song on YouTube if you guys are just tuned in for it. If not, we're about to play another one. All right, so homie, how did you go about trying to get contacts? Because like you said, when you started, man, we didn't have the fucking internet to reach out on social media and all that. So how did you go about getting contacts to start playing shows, venues, doing collabs?
Well, I'd like to send a super shout out to Clarence Brown, who was one of the first real producers that had a studio that I started to work with. And work with him, I learned everything not to do. Sounds Good to Me Productions was the best production company in the Tri-Cities. We had all the hot music. Not just saying that because I was part of it, but there was no other production company around that can deal with the talent that he had drafted over the years of him living in that area. So we got all this music, we got all this talent, but we weren't doing any shows. So we really weren't making any money. We were spending money buying all this merchandise, hats, shirts, all this other stuff, but couldn't find ourselves out. I did a show, my first show with him. I opened up for Chameleonaire.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of the show was like, you know what? I ain't never gonna be like this dude. When I get out of here, I'll never, ever, ever be like this when I start my own music production company. It couldn't have been but about 6 months later, I had the opportunity to move from upstate Washington, well, to Tri-Cities down into Spokane, Washington. And I was like, all right, here we go. I'm gonna set it up, Lady Rain Productions, let's go. And I really just had to get out there. I thought about what can I do that no one else is doing? And I keep that mentality with me now. What can I legally do that no one else is doing that will make my name and my person stand out? So I got on the block. I went and got a peddler's license. I stood out on the corner hustling CDs and stuff like a poor person might be at the intersection of the highway getting off. I was there with my CDs, man. It was crazy. And people's like, who is this guy? They started stopping, getting out, taking pictures, meeting people, going to the strip clubs, all of the clubs, and just getting in their faces, making sure that I had a quality product, which was a printed CD with all my contact information on it, recognizing that your music ain't no good if DJs don't hear it and DJs don't like it. So once I started reaching out to the DJs and really getting in the face of everyone, the contacts kind of started just coming. They started finding themselves to me. Business cards were really a good help.
Fuck yeah.
Comes to my next question, Raz. I'm going to take one. So what is your take on social media versus old school like we are, going to the corners and handing out CDs? Do you think it's improved on helping out people do a music career, or do you think it's gotten worse?
It's really improved, but you have to know how to work both sections now. It seems like, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
It seems like with the social media, it started to spike a change in how things are going to happen. But if you can look at it in a broad spectrum, you can really make them adapt and work together. So you still have to be on the block. You still have to get out there and be active in the scene and be seen to get to grow a fan base, because social media is all fake. Everybody, just about everyone on social media is lying about something about who they are. And you can't, it's really hard to gauge and to grab real true fans just by using social media. So you can get on there and buy all of the likes that you want, and you can get on there and you do all of the programs to have 500 billion followers. But if you go do a show and nobody shows up, it's not doing you any good. It's not going to help you get to where you need to be. So you still have to get out there and be in their face, doing shows. I encourage all artists. Every week there's an open mic in your town or your city, no matter where you are. You might have to drive a little ways to get there, but every single week someone's doing an open mic. You got to do the free open mics. You got to find yourself out there, and that's how you build a fan base. You find a fan base, and then you drive them to your social media and allow your social media to help you sell.
Oh yeah, man. I agree with that 100%. The other problem I'm seeing is you got a lot of internet rappers now that don't do many shows, don't go out and meet fans.
That's right.
There's a lot of them now. Couldn't even fucking get on a stage and actually
that's right.
play one of their songs because basically they're in the corner over here on a phone reading off their lyrics while they're online.
Right.
A lot of shit like that now.
Yeah. And that makes it a little competitive because there's people out there who know how to work the internet. They're really tech savvy. They're not old school like us. In places like Walmart, the giants are now starting to see that and trying to work around it. Like if you've heard, they're looking at to stop selling blank CDs at Walmart. So they're changing the game and changing the way things are moving around. So you have to stay with the times. You have to adapt to it. And you have to continue to learn. If you want to be successful, you have to learn how to work social media and what people are looking for, pictures. And when you're posting different things, there's tags and there's key things that you have to use. And if you don't stay up on your game, it'll be real hard to keep up.
We had just talked about this on a few interviews. I want to say the 3 interviews ago. An artist was talking about fuck CDs, do this.
Wow.
Buy a USB drive Listen to this idea he had. Buy USB drive, put your music on USB drive with a couple music videos of yours, sell that. So if they don't like your music, at least they're buying a USB drive they can wipe.
That's right.
So instead of doing CDs.
That fool probably came on my show and I told him about that. So now he's taking that idea and he's trying to run with it. The problem with that thing is I didn't say don't do CDs. You have to do them both because not everybody has capability of playing a USB drive. So everybody has a car. There's a new thing out now that are download cards. If you use like CD Baby and different avenues like that to produce your music, as far as distribution, CD Baby has download cards where you can get these cards, hand them out, then they can download the information right into their phone or whatever their media device is. But you still have to have CDs. The USB, God, man, it sounds like I bet you I know who that is because that was, I think the way I explained it to him, I may have come off like fuck CDs. This is the way to go, but it's not the complete way to go. That's just another avenue. I understand what he's talking about, but how many people in a nightclub? Say if you do a show and you open for Lil Wayne, so you got 10,000 people there. How many people are really going to want to buy a flash drive and trust that some new guy they never met, they're going to just plug that flash drive into their computer? I know I'm not going to do it. I know you're not. I'm not going to plug no flash drive into my shit and let you rape all my information off my computer, give me a virus, and steal all my identity. I'm not going to do it. So that's tough, but it's an option, but not the only option.
His name was Pacino. He's actually from New York.
Yeah.
Pacino, not Pacino, Pacino. Was his name.
Well, you better be careful because you're going to find yourself in a situation. I did a trial run on it, and it didn't work that well.
I prefer a hard copy CD myself.
Most people still want CDs, and even though Walmart's doing their little thing and some places are following suit, distribution companies are still burning CDs. So CDs are still there. They're making some cars that don't have CD players in them, but they're still CDs. People are still buying CDs.
No, now you're getting a car where you can say YouTube and then say the name of the song and then play it right through the speakers on the car.
That's right.
All right, homie. What other song would you want us to play?
Since you got the videos in the back, I have another song. It's called Flicker. My son, we kind of remixed this beat. It's just up a couple. It's got me laying there. This has two of my sons are featuring in the video with me. And it's kind of funny. It's like a truth rap about Buffalo, man. Some of the things that I had experienced while I was there should be closer to the top. And it's called Flicker. It's like it's just truth rap. It's about a couple situations in Buffalo, leaving Buffalo, going to Texas, some Texas situations. It's got a guy kind of laying upside down on it. Should be right around there somewhere.
Right there.
Arachnid. Much love for tuning in, homie.
How's it going, homie? All right, we're going to take a couple more questions before I play this. I noticed my green screen. Raz, homie, take another question. I got to adjust something real quick.
All right. If you could take part of your music sales and donate it to a charity, which charity would you choose and why?
I would donate it to cancer research. I would donate it to cancer research because I lost my mom at a very young age in 2000. When I did, I was already wild and reckless. I got a lot worse, but since then I didn't really understand cancer, and I didn't understand her fight and all the things that she had been going through as long as she had it. And I don't wish that on anyone, and it still happens. It's still a disease that is very current and very real that they're trying to find cures for. But if I could donate any part of my music ability, I would donate it to the Cancer Research Center so that they can help spread the word of how to fix it and get more people interested in what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Arachnid. I'm finally saying your name right, man.
What's good, big baby?
Fucking tarantulas. All right. So we're going to play Flicker. Wait,
So this is my second video recorded with that new camera that I got.
Hell yeah. Green screen in this one?
Nope, this is all live, just shooting it out. Yeah.
DJ Ill Will. Or is it a need? I guess I might have to break it down for me. Come on, break the seed. Now what you want in your life is greed. And greed show won't compare to a need. And what we need in our life is a seed to get planted in the heart, yes indeed. So we can be all we can be. And stop sinning and living in debris. Let me tell you a story about me. It's kind of graphic, y'all, so take heed. Since a couple years ago, I was a big figure nigga. Wait on the block, too deep, go figure. I was way past any other ordinary nigga. I was living on the edge, real quick and pull a trigger. Then see me trying to hit me for a jump. I thought everybody knew I always hold a gun, so I ran up in his house loud, like a mouse, pulled out my strap, pointed at his kid's head and thought, nigga, break yourself. Why you playing with my wolf? Man, this shit ain't okay, nigga, break yourself. He kind of hesitated, so I hit him with my strap. Then he fell to the ground, and I cut my shit back. Nah, I didn't shoot him. I just hit him again and again and again and again. Lord, now what did I get myself in? know how fast I'm fighting and hustling and dealing, nigga, all that. And then I ran into a problem where I ball at. My grandma said, yeah, I need Jesus to restore order and pick up the pieces. At first thought I thought that I don't need this. But next moment I knew that I need Jesus. I got baptized, lived through the healing, and then he moved me out of buff. Oh, what a feeling. He put me up in Texas, but them boys was reckless. I should have had my breakfast. You never would have guessed. Well, I'm dead. That's it, Flacco, who's grinding. I stopped, yo. Then one night at his house, yo, I cleaned up a tobacco. His cousin was hammered and put on a knife. It didn't faze me, man. I didn't think twice. But this other ugly cat I don't like. He had a problem, so we started a fight. He and his cousin, so I jumped in to stop the fight and get that cat to win. But that's when Dude Man jumped in. Then another cat at the party jumped in. So I dropped off and one hit and quit her. I didn't want to do it, but he called me a nigga. After the fight was over, somehow it was all good. I knew that meant it was time to go. I was gonna go home and lay me some wood. But them cats followed me to the crib, hollering, yelling, cussing out the window and shit. So I went in the house and I got my belly. I closed my eyes and I prayed cause I know they ain't ready. They rolled by again in they Chevy. So I unloaded my bitch, they ain't ready. There's something inside to trigger a nigga. I need to get past that so I can see the flicker.
I can see the flicker. Only the light comes in. Left me alone. Show me what you're hiding. Take me out into the sea. Left me
definitely a good song. That's awesome to have your kids up in there with you.
Yeah, right. That's crazy. Trying to do a little like throwback. This where we used to be, this where we are now, kind of thing.
I like the salt and the baggie.
Yeah, that wasn't salt.
Oh, it wasn't? It looked
No,
like
sir.
it.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad it looked like salt. But it wasn't drugs, though. It was not real drugs.
Oh, yeah. Much love, Dan. I see I almost said his name wrong again. Holy crap, I'm getting tired. All right, we're gonna have to hop off here in a little bit.
Okay.
We're gonna be going live from a show. I don't know if you know who Lex the Hex Master is or any of them. Twisted.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Lex the Hex. Oh yeah.
Young, I had him on for a 3-hour interview last month.
Oh wow.
Lex the Hex
Come on.
Master.
Oh, y'all going in all night.
Good interview, man.
Okay.
My cousin's doing a show with him tonight, so we're gonna go live on YouTube for it. We're gonna get them all on here to do shout outs. All the Zulu Scum, all of them will be on here.
Wow.
How about doing a radio drop for Underground Wicked Radio, saying this is too deep? You're listening to DJ Snickers on Underground Wicked Radio. And if you know any of your links, say links to your music, it'll play before all your songs on the radio.
Okay, that's what's up. What's going on, world? You know who it is. It's your boy Too Deep, and you listening to your boy DJ Snickers on Wicked Radio. That's how it is, baby. Shouts out to everybody out there, man. If you're looking for me, holla at your boy, man. I'm Too Deep on every social media. I am TOODEEP. From MySpace all the way to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, don't matter, baby. It's your boy Too Deep. I am TOODEEP. Shouts out Wicked Radio.
You and Dilemma, man. You know what Dilemma is?
No, sir.
He's on My World with Tech 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay.
He said the same thing, Wicked Radio, on his radio drop, too. It's Underground Wicked Radio. That's all right.
Radio. Oh, let me do it again,
It works perfect. That's all right, homie. That works good. All right,
Okay.
Raz, homie, you got another question before I take the finals? We didn't even do a hot seat, man. I feel bad.
Speaking of dilemma, it brings up a question. Too deep.
Okay.
Here we go.
Brother, have you ever earned your Red Wings?
No. Well, no. It all depends on what you call Red Wings. When I was little, you know what I mean? As they don't know about it. Well, I think everybody, if you sleep with a woman who's a virgin, you get your Red Wings right away when you pop that cherry. But I ain't going down. I mean, I've been married for a while. I just let my wife go through her thing, and when she all done, I mean, I could go a week or so without it. You know, it ain't that bad for me. So I'm not into that kind of stuff.
There's two sets of Red Wings. He didn't specify. He was supposed to say,
there's a red.
You ever ate a girl out on her period?
Hell no. I don't even consider that shit. No. I don't even like going to the store buying maxi pads, man. Fuck that shit.
You will when I tell you this, man. If the world ever goes into depression and you have no medicine, I Googled this one day because I was bored. There's health benefits to eating a girl out on a rag. They give out natural anti-probiotics. That's 100 times more protein than eating a glass of yogurt. I swear to God, bro. Check it out.
Fuck that bullshit. I'll fuck her in the butt first. We're not doing that.
So you're telling me if you're dying from like the flu because there's no medicine, you're not going to eat that?
Nah.
He's like, nah.
I mean, and I'm even growing up past the whole black guys don't eat pussy thing. I'll admit to eating pussy, but I'm not doing that.
Dilemma didn't even know what it meant. Dilemma had to go in the background and ask his old lady what earning your Red Wings was. She was fucking laughing. She couldn't even tell him.
Oh, Lord.
It was great. He fucking thought I was talking about a Crip question because Crips earn a different kind of Red Wings. It was fucking awesome. All right, homie, we're going to take a couple more questions. We're going to hop off here. Did you enjoy the interview on Underground Wicked Radio? And would you come back?
That's what's up. Most definitely, man. I love the platform. Thank you for everything that y'all doing for independence, man, and all of the people that y'all interviewing and giving us an opportunity to be on Underground Wicked Radio, man. Shouts out to you. Shouts out to my man Raz, man. Keep it up, big baby. It is what it is, man. Let's link up and let's take our ways all the way to the top.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. Any upcoming projects or shows you want to shout out?
Yeah, that's what's up. On March the 7th, we're gonna be in Raleigh, North Carolina. We're gonna be in Durham at the bar. You can come check me out, man. Come to the bar in Durham, North Carolina. I don't have the address off the top of my head, but it's the bar. You can't miss it, man. It's the hottest spot for hip hop and R&B. On the 14th, I want to say that's the following Saturday. On the 14th, we're gonna be at we're doing a gospel gig. We're going to be at Catch the Fire Christian Church in Raleigh, North Carolina. Catch the Fire. Holler at us out there, man. It's going to be going down. You kind of get to see some of the new music released off of my Gospel God's Plan album.
Hell yeah. That's a fire album from a little bit up already heard.
All right, so you're going to be playing in Raleigh. I've interviewed a couple artists down there, and one of my favorite ones in that area was Stitchy C.
Yo, yeah, I did a couple joints with him already. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. He's got quite a few songs on my radio. My favorite is Coffee and Cigarettes, bro. That is like my theme song.
Yeah.
Have you heard that one by him?
Yeah, but he's only done that one maybe once or twice. I think I've maybe done three different shows with him. One at the bar where we're gonna be at in Durham. I think we did one in another spot in Durham, like in College Town out in Durham. And I think he only sang that song. He's got some new stuff that he's doing.
Yeah, he's got some new stuff that just dropped. I actually got to get him back on for another interview soon.
More like club. He's got some like club stuff that's really cool.
That's dropping soon. Yep. Can't wait to get that on the radio. All right, homie. Any other shout outs you want to do before we hop off?
Man, shouts out to my wife. Shouts out to my kids, man. All my friends, all my fans, everybody who tuned into this joint tonight. Shouts out to all of the fans out there on Underground Wicked Radio, man. Shouts out to you, DJ Snickers, my man Raz. I see my man out there on the TV joint with us. I mean, I don't know what your name is, man. Shouts out to you too and being with us, Bezo.
Yeah, man. Thanks. I'm sorry I was so quiet. I'm just kind of dealing with my own stuff right now.
You're good, homie. You're not going to be quiet for the next interview, bro.
Shouts out to the Lord, man, for giving me this opportunity.
Hell yeah, homie. You have a good night. Amen. Everyone will be back live. Possibility of Young Wicked, Axe, Lex the Hexmaster, and Scum hopping on here for some shout outs. So watch for that. We'll be coming back. Whoop, whoop. Shout out to Nightmare Juggalo. We'll be back, homie. Whoop, whoop.
Later.